Hi, everybody. Welcome to Holding a Hand Through Health. I'm Anita, and welcome. Today, I'm going to talk to you about self-care and a short little snippet of story time. Self-care is extremely important. I know it is to me now. I've kind of burnt myself out in a number of ways over the course of the years, and I've learned just how important it is to take care of yourself. I had to have a surgery, and that's why you see these pillows behind. I had a foot and ankle surgery, which is a result from a head-on collision that I was in about a year and a half ago, and finally got the surgery now. Thank goodness. Um, the foot feels like so much better, and I'm doing so much better, even though it's a long recovery time, which I won't be able to really stand or walk on my foot for or drive or anything for about six to 8 weeks. So that's really hard, and I don't like relying on other people, and so it's really hard for me to like give up that kind of control and stuff. So before all of this happened, I wasn't really expecting the surgery to happen until April. So I have been trying to start to do a lot of self-care as far as investigating like what it is that I enjoy doing, because I always went along with the flow. I always went along with other people. I never really determined for myself what it was that I liked or did not like. So it has been an adventure. And when this surgery came up, I had to take it, and my adorable cousin decided she would help me and take mercy on me and come and help, and I so appreciate that. She's being so lovely and helpful, and I don't know I don't know what I would do without her, and I'm grateful that I don't have to find out. But just before that, I had started doing self-care, and so I started to go to a senior center, which I never thought I would do. In a million years did I think that I would do that. But I did. I started investigating what they have as far as activities and stuff that I thought that I might be interested in. And I made a pact with myself that I would do at least every single activity that they had at least once, and to find out what it was that I did enjoy or didn't. And if I was kind of on the fence, then I have to do it at least 3 times in order to make a correct deduction. So I set these boundaries for myself, and uh, that's after I started doing that. About a week after I started doing that, I got uh, the thing about a cancellation from the doctor's office of the surgery being pushed up if I would want to have that happen. And, of course, you start to do something and then something happens, right? So I just started laughing. And my cousin agreed to come earlier, which God bless her for it. Just God bless her for it. But I did, up until the surgery, to do these self-care things through the senior center, like Tai Chi and chair yoga and bingo. And so um, I did start my journey, and also because after I got the call, I thought, you know what, if I'm going to be doing that, when I'm mobile and stuff, I got to think about how I'm going to do self-care while I'm recovering, because I'm not going to be able to really move a lot, or I can't really move a lot and stuff. So I thought reading and coloring and drawing and these videos, you know. I was thinking, well, we'll see how I can do all of this. Well, I didn't take into fact the medication that comes along with it. So for the last like 2 weeks, it's been hard because of the medication. It makes me extremely tired, so I sleep a lot. Which is good because then you recover, right? Recover quicker, and it helps you to stay off of your feet. So I'm good with it. But I normally haven't really been very good with self care. Like I would put somebody else's needs or wants or activities before my own. And so this has been a nice change for me and one that I hope to continue. And I just want you to encourage you to try new things. Even if you think that you don't like it or you tried it a long time ago, you didn't like it then, but you're going to try it again just to see if maybe you changed the way that you feel about stuff. Um, I went during that week, I went to a Tai Chi class and I thought it was a wonderful class. However, I couldn't stand and the pain was like really hard. I couldn't even do the full class. So I'm going to try that one again after I'm recovered again. Um, and then I did bingo, which was fun, but I don't think I'm a bingo girl. I mean, there are people who love their daubers, but I wasn't that into it. I was kind of on the fence. So I'm going to make myself go 2 more times after I recover to just make sure and double check that that is not a class I want to do. And another one was an art class and stuff, and I am going to go back to that one. Self-care is important in the sense that it really does help with your mental health. I, being bipolar, um, have to really keep tabs on, my feelings and where I'm at and how I'm doing emotionally because I can sink really low into depression without even realizing that it's happening until it's too late. So I do things that care for myself, such as I see a therapist on a regular basis, and that isn't. Um, I think that that is the main thing, just to keep a tab on, am I going too far down? And he's really good at assisting me and calibrating where I am and my mental health. So that helps. But then I also have to rely on myself and I have to be able to do the work. And I haven't prioritized myself. So I'm starting to prioritize myself with the the self-care and I'm really surprised like with the results of that. And I think it's important for everybody to have that. I just am not good at putting myself first. And there are a lot of people like me out there who do that, where they put somebody else's needs and wants above their own. And I'm finally learning that I have to put my own needs and wants first in order to be able to care for those I want to care for. So, it is a work in progress and it's doing my best. So we'll see how it goes from here. I'm recovering nicely. Um, my doctor is very happy with the progress that I'm making, and I'm very excited about that and hope that it happens sooner than later. Um, like I said, control issues. Control issues. But yeah, so that should be good. I'd say try new things. Try new things. That's what I plan on doing is trying new things. I'm gonna look into I got my plan is to look online for like other things like I don't know, like a sewing club or um, learning how to draw or interior design, because I love interior design. I just love designing an empty space, especially when there's a person that I have to think about or consider, and to be able to create that space. So I think I'm going to do that as well. So yeah, time for me to put into action all of these plans, and I hope it goes accordingly. I'm sure there'll be bumps. There's always bumps, right? There's always bumps. Um, this is going to lead into a story time um, about self-care. Um, when I was younger, I would always stuff my emotions down, and because somebody else's hurt was I or that I took was more important, and that's not true, and I've learned that. But I can't say that it didn't happen, and I didn't know that I was bipolar. So a lot of what I did, as far as my reactions to things, my opinions about things and everything, were definitely tied now to my mental health. And at the time, I didn't realize it. So I have very high expectations of myself. And I've always had high expectations of myself. And if I couldn't get all of the things done that I needed or I felt that I had to get done in a specific time frame, I thought of myself as less than. And I would take on the responsibilities too of um, somebody else's opinions about what I should and should not be doing, and always took those into consideration, which I shouldn't have, you know. I mean, I've learned that now, but back then I couldn't. It would just literally, I would fly from one emotion to another emotion to another emotion, which now I know is the bipolar. Um, I was able to make a life because I was able to take cues, and that's how I got by, is personal and emotional cues. So if I could see or predict what a person was thinking or feeling, or the situation and what it was progressing to, I could change my behavior to that situation to be able to calm it down to where I could manage it. And I was not always successful, and it caused a lot of hurt, but at the same time, I was hurting too. So um, when I'm talking about the self-care right now in this particular situation, when dealing my own mental health, it's more putting everybody else's opinions and feelings above my own. Like, their opinions mattered than what my voice and my opinions did, and I stuffed it. And it came out. It came out in other ways. It came out in, sharp opinions. It came out in sometimes yelling. It came out in crying. It came out in ways that are not very flattering. And I know part of that is just growing up and getting older and stuff like that, but um it still doesn't change the fact that it happened like that. So I think that in the self-care part of this, um, part of my story is the fact of realizing that I am who I am and I am good enough. That I don't need somebody else to tell me that I am a good person or to um, that I have to change to accommodate. You know, people come in, people go out, people stay. You know, it just depends on where that person is and how they enhance your life and make it better. I have wonderful people around me who make my life better, but I have other people around who were good for when they were there, and I learned a lot, and hopefully they did, and then you just kind of fade away. I don't know how else to say it. It kind of fades. Um, but I think the point of the self-care itself is that it does help you heal yourself. I think that the self-care in my situation and finally taking the time to do that and figure myself out when I didn't really do that when I was younger. So now I'm doing that now as I've gotten older. And I'm sure there's a lot of women or people, I won't even say women because I'm sure there's some men out there too, um, who have felt or are feeling the same way. I just want to say that staying positive really does help. Keeping positive people around helps. Um, it's very easy to be negative. It's easy to bring your own self down with those negative thoughts. And your brain has so many memories in a day. And if you realize how many negative thoughts are going through your mind at the time, you know, you kind of have to use your positive, happy thoughts and exercise those because those are something that need to be worked and exercised in order to have them there because it's too easy to go down. It's harder to go up, right? So um, that's in the last 4 or 5 years, that's what I've been concentrating on is being more positive and having and practicing and exercising calm and happiness and acceptance. And I think the acceptance part of yourself, at least for me, is the hardest because we all have flaws. And that's even embracing the flaws that you have, that you know that you have. And I don't think that you need to have somebody else necessarily point those out because everybody knows who they basically are as human beings. I think it's much harder to step up for yourself. So, for those of you who can step up for yourselves and who are doing a beautiful job at it, hats off to you. I'm glad that you know how to do that. I unfortunately did not. And I'm learning how, and I'm very grateful. And I'm on this road, and it's a beautiful life, and I'm just happy that I'm in it. Okay, I'm going to close this off kind of early. I wanted to keep it more about the self-care and taking care of yourself and trying new things. I hope it was informative for you, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Please hit subscribe and like. And yeah, until next time. And next time, I think that we'll be talking more about uh, the different types of mental health and maybe some resources too. I haven't quite solidified everything out, and I'm going to do my best to be able to do that. It's a new thing. I have so much to talk about, and sometimes it's a little bit overwhelming to try to decide what it is that I want to discuss each time. So I think I'm going to have to start really not winging it, actually writing and taking some notes for it, um, to do a little bit better. To do a little bit better. But anyways, I hope you all have a beautiful Sunday, and remember to lead with compassion. Have a beautiful day. Bye.